Hi everybody, welcome back to Active Mindfulness Mindful Mondays. So I'm here every Monday to guide you through a brief meditation practice. So as you might know if you've been to many of the sessions before, there are different types of meditation, but the common meditations that help us build mindful awareness, so the awareness of the present moment in a particular way, which is deliberately, intentionally, on purpose and non-judgmentally. The ones that really build this, we have different types. So we have mantra or affirmation meditations, we have visualization meditations, and we have breathwork meditations that involve the focus on our breath. So I'm going to take you through a meditation today that is a bit of a visualization. We'll also do a little bit of breath work with it as well. And this is going to involve using a memory. So meditations that use memories can be really helpful at kind of guiding us to really notice the experiences that we've had that quite often in the jumble of life, in the chaos of life, get a little bit lost, and we end up redirecting our attention a lot of the time to the negative just because it requires us often to do something about it, and missing out on some of the more positive things. So hopefully this meditation will help you to notice that a bit. So as always, I'll ring the bells at the start and the end. Feel free to take part as much or as little as you like. So let's go. So I'm going to invite you now just to find a comfortable position. You may want to be seated like me with your feet flat on the floor and your spine fairly straight or self-supporting if that's right for you. If not, do whatever is right for you. And it is absolutely fine also to lay down during this meditation. You might want to take this time just to relax and nurture yourself. That's absolutely fine. So I'm going to invite you now just to close your eyes. So as always, it's an invitation, not a command. So only close your eyes if it feels right for you to do so. Otherwise you might want to just lower your gaze to the floor in front of you or the ceiling if you're laying down. Or you might want to do a kind of a half close. So we're going to start this practice just by becoming aware of your breath. So what do I mean by that? Well, let's start just by becoming aware of a place in your breath that feels quite vivid for you, that's quite noticeable for you. Perhaps that's the gateways of the nostrils or the mouth. Perhaps it's the rise and fall of your belly, or even the more subtle movement of your shoulders or your hands as you breathe in and out. You might want to take a moment as we begin our meditation and begin to notice our breath to just also notice if you need to make any small adjustment to the way that you're sitting or laying, in order that you can be more comfortable throughout. If so, just making that adjustment a part of the practice by becoming aware of how it felt before, of what it feels like to make the movement, and what it's like after. And then just returning your attention to the breath. So for the perspective of mindfulness meditation, it doesn't matter too much how we breathe. Just allow yourself to breathe naturally for you. That's absolutely fine. After all, your body knows how to breathe. However, if this is a meditation that you would like to get some more relaxation from, then it might be helpful for you just to experiment a little bit with breathing in through your nose for a count of 4, and then breathing out through your mouth for a count of 5. And keeping that rhythm going. It may be helpful for you as well to take both your hands and lace your fingertips together lightly, and just to place them on your belly. And as you breathe in, see if you can feel the gentle stretching of your laced fingers as the breath reaches all the way down to your belly. It may also help you at this time, if you wish, to just imagine as the breath comes in, the fresh breath, imagine it rejuvenating and refreshing you, while that out-breath allows you to let go of any tension that might be stored in your body, or anything that allows itself to leave on that out-breath. Just taking a few moments now to be with your breath. So as we move deeper into this meditation, we're going to start using our mind's eye, this amazing ability that we have as humans to picture, to imagine, to place ourselves in places that we aren't right now. And we're going to use a memory to help us. So what I'd like you to find is a memory of being with someone or something that was easy to love and receive love from. So perhaps a memory with a young child, with a really close friend, or a pet. You may even want to cast your mind all the way back to your first pet. But choosing a memory, a brief snippet of time to tune into. So we're going to start by just seeing if you can see that memory in your mind's eye. When we say see it, we kind of want to see it as it would have been at the time, as we would have seen it through our own eyes, rather than watching ourselves in the memory on a kind of a TV screen. Really just tuning in with what you can see, shapes, colours, perhaps things close, further away. You might want to, in the memory, do a kind of a 360, kind of turn around, have a look around. You might want to look up, you might want to look down. Really embedding yourself within this snippet of memory. As we go deeper into the memory, we can use other senses. A sense of taste. Perhaps there's something that lingers in your mouth in this memory. Or a sense of smell. Something that you remember coming to your nostrils at that time. And if so, seeing if you can kind of recreate it, as though you could smell or taste it now. As we go deeper with the memory, allowing yourself to have a sense of sound, of what you could hear in that memory. You might choose to focus in on one particular sound, or you might want to listen for the sounds beneath the sounds, the quieter sounds that are a little bit more unnoticed most of the time. As we go a little bit deeper into the memory, I'm going to include the sense of touch. So perhaps tuning in to your feet on whatever surface they're on in this memory. Perhaps tuning in and noticing the clothes that were touching your skin. Notice anything that's supporting you. Perhaps it's just the floor, or there's a chair or a bed. Anything that you might be holding. Any sense of touch in your fingers. Perhaps if this is a memory with a loved one or a child or a pet, you might even be able to feel that person's skin or that animal's fur. Really embedding yourself within the memory. When you're ready, just dropping in, kind of dropping your awareness and your attention into your body in that moment. What does it feel like in your feet, in your legs, in the core of your body, in your chest, in your arms, your neck, in your shoulders? What does it feel like in your face and your skull? Right in that moment, in that memory with someone or something it was easy to love, to give love to, or feel love from. And with this meditation, we kind of turn our hearts and our minds and our attention to something that's positive within our world, to something that's real and means something to us. So in a moment, we're going to start the process of coming back to the world around us. But if you don't feel ready for that yet and you want to stay with this meditation a little bit longer, then just tuning out the sound of my voice and instead staying with the senses, staying with your sense of touch, taste, smell, sound, whatever you can experience in that memory, and then dropping into your body and just becoming aware of what that feels like. But if you are ready now to start coming back to the world around us, then we're going to start that process just by tuning in once more, just as we did at the start, to the breath in the here and now. So perhaps noticing where the breath enters your body, whether that's through the gateways of the nostrils or the mouth. Perhaps noticing the breath as it travels through your body. Perhaps noticing the rise and fall of your belly. or even the subtle movement of your shoulders as you breathe. Allowing your attention just to widen a little bit more, to take in the whole of your body, sat or laying here, breathing in this moment. Perhaps by noticing your connection with whatever is supporting you, feet on the floor, legs being supported by a chair or bed, connection with your back if something is supporting you. Perhaps connecting with the clothes on your skin. And if as you do this you notice any areas that perhaps are carrying a little bit of tension, then you might want to just simply imagine that you could breathe into those areas, as though you could breathe directly into the small of your back or your shoulder blade, wherever the discomfort is. Imagining that the breath can also leave from this area. Each time you breathe in, letting in the fresh, rejuvenating, repairing breath. And letting out whatever allows itself to flow out at that time. When you're ready, just allowing yourself to also notice the sounds that might be coming to your ears. Perhaps noticing the most intrusive sounds that come to your ears first, and then just seeing if you can notice any sounds beneath the sounds. Sounds that are perhaps a little bit quieter, a little bit harder to pick up and notice. Simply resting here in awareness now of your breath, your body and sounds, until the sound of the bells. When you feel ready and it's the right time for you, just gently opening your eyes and seeing if you can make it so there's not an end to this meditation, that you bring mindful awareness to your sight, just as you did to your breath and your body and the sounds. Noticing something of what you can see around you. And it may be that what you see around you is something that you see every day. What happens is when we see something every day, we kind of stop seeing it. See if you can perhaps notice some small detail that perhaps you've never seen before, or that you haven't seen or noticed for a while. And in this sense, taking this mindful awareness along with us, outside of the meditation, into the next moments of our day. So that was a brief meditation that allowed us to use the positivity of memories to experience a feeling and emotion within our bodies. So that's something that you can go back to and that you can practice. So it is natural for us to kind of focus in on the kind of negative memories a lot of the time, because they're louder, they they can become really loud to us, and they might require us to do something about them, or to do something about the future, or to change something. So we often pay a lot of attention to them, and often don't notice so much these perhaps smaller memories, but memories that mean something to us, that are important to us. So feel free to have a go at that as well during the week using the replay if you'd like to. If you'd like to find out more, you can always visit the website, which is www.activemindfulness.org.uk, or the YouTube channel, the Active Mindfulness YouTube channel, which has a whole load of free videos. Some of them are practices like this, and some of them are more about information about mindfulness or different forms of meditation. Feel free to go and have a look at all those. Leave your comments and questions. It's great for me to know that you are watching and that you are perhaps getting something out of it. Also, if you have questions, I do try and answer them in the Tuesday questions sessions every week. So feel free to leave them. And I'll see you all again next week for more Mindful Mondays. Okay, take care everyone. Bye.